In the world of watches, there are many watchmakers, and all of them have different origins. कोई कहीं का है, कोई कहीं का है. ज़रूरी बात यह है कि जो भी घड़ी हम पहने वो अलग होनी चाहिए. It should be unique and it should talk about your personality. Today, we are going to be talking about a watch with a very different expertise. अब इस वॉचमेकर की खास बात यह है कि इन्होंने इंडियन ट्रेडिशन को और कंटेम्प्रेरी वॉचमेकिंग को कंबाइन करके बड़ी अच्छी अच्छी और विभिन्न प्रकार की घड़ियां बनाई हैं. जब भी हम कोई चीज खरीदते हैं वी मेक श्योर दैट देयर इज अ स्टोरी बिहाइंड इट. अब एक ऐसा वॉचमेकर है जो इंडियन हिस्ट्री को आपकी कलाई पे उतार रहा है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट जयपुर वॉच कंपनी. ये 2013 में ढूंढी गई थी एंड तब से लेके अब तक दे हैव कम आउट विद अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट कलेक्शंस. कुछ घड़ियां हैं जो पिछवाई पेंटिंग्स की टाइल्स पे हैं, कुछ हैं जो bespoke watches हैं which are customized watches. Some of them are even 18 karat gold watches. But हम जिनकी बात करेंगे those are going to be coin watches. And there is a dedicated collection around it called the King's Wristwear. The watch we are going to be talking about today is King's Wristwear 2. So let's get into its details. So before we get into the watch as a whole, let's look at how the watch came in. Let's look at the unique part of the box. Bringing it over here. So you can see this watch box is made of wood and it has very exclusive branding on it in yellow gold. And yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's got a sustainability touch to it, and yes, it's pretty spacious. You can always use it afterwards, because you know what happens mainly is that once you do remove the watch from the watch box is of no use, but this can be used by you in many different ways. आप इसमें कुछ स्टोर कर सकते हो, आप इसमें कुछ रख सकते हो. एंड एक बहुत खास बात है इसमें दैट दे हैव गिवन यू अ बारकोड स्कैनर, जिसमें आप पूरा ब्रोशर इस घड़ी का स्कैन कर सकते हो जस्ट इन केस यू मिसप्लेस इट. Now, segregating the components inside the watch, obviously we have the main watch and then we have 3 different play cards. जिसमें से let's start with this. Now this is a warranty card. This warranty card इसमें कुछ भरा नहीं है because obviously मैंने ये घड़ी अभी नहीं परचेज की है, लेकिन हाँ जितनी खूबसूरत घड़ी ये है might as well मैं परचेज कर लूँगा. And I'd like to thank Jaipur Watch Company for sending this watch over for review. After that, let's look at this. Now this is a description of the watch, and as you can see there is a small coin there, and this coin is exactly what is there on the face of the watch. हम इसके बारे में और डिटेल में बात करेंगे as we move on to the next phase of the video. Now this has a history and this has a description of the watch, the collection and the whole intent of this watch being associated with the coin. Apart from that, there is a very interesting Wristwear instruction manual. Now this instruction manual is well laid out. काफ़ी simple है and काफ़ी descriptive है इसको समझना. And I would say that since I am from a design background, I would say that the whole service design aspect of small infographic detail, etc. on this has been really well laid out. Yeah. Moving on to the watch, and let's look at the technical details of the watch. So now this is a stainless steel case. It has an amazing exclusive branding of the watch, Jaipur Watch Company it states, and it has a smooth bezel on it, which is in sync with your case. Now, if I look at the crown, this crown is an onion shaped crown, and it's a hybrid onion because it's got a texture to it. Now the whole purpose of having an onion crown is because it was usually used in field watches earlier, and these field watches over there, when you were having your watch in different circumstances, different environments, you needed some sort of better grip to adjust your time, and this is where this is really handy. And they've paired it with a dress watch. I must say JWC, that was a fabulous idea. इसके अलावा the crystal sapphire is आपका obviously a very premium looking crystal sapphire, and crystal sapphire अपने आप में एक जो watch होता है उसकी एक it really enhances the look of the watch. After that, this is powered by a Swiss Ronda 702 movement. It's a quartz movement, but yes, since it's a quartz movement, so it's highly reliable and accurate. Lug to lug is 22 mm, and the texture of the strap is very interesting. मुझे ये खुद अपने हाथ पे बहुत ही different लगा, and I would say that this has got a nubuck texture to it, and nubuck, suede, आप कुछ भी कह सकते हो, and this looks beautiful when it is paired with an orange color. The MRP of this watch is 40,000 rupees, and this watch is available online as well as offline. Online में this is available at Tata Click and even at Jaipur Watch Company की अपनी own website. Offline में if you want to experience this watch, अगर आप इसकी खूबसूरती को और गहराई से देखना चाहते हैं, then you can also go to their Jaipur headquarters by appointment, or maybe you can go to the Oberoi में there is Tijori जहाँ पे a lot of collectibles are displayed, and even Khazana is similar kind of concept of collectibles on display at IHL, that is Taj Hotels Limited. Now let's talk about the design of the watch. So this watch is obviously very unique. If you look at it from a close perspective, you will realize there is a coin in the center, and though it's a round case shape, and obviously we do look at watches जहाँ पे सब में round cases होते हैं, but this is not your regular watch. In this watch, there is a 1 piece coin in the center. Now, this coin is coming from basically a background of Anglo-Indian numismatics. Now, when I talk about Anglo-Indian numismatics, I would say that this coin is a symbol of evolution. Because back in the day, around World War II, I think, as it's even mentioned right behind this, it says that this hole was punched in the center of the coin to reduce metal consumption, and back in the day it was the need of the hour. Apart from this, in this watch, what we see is that there is a very interesting orange color. Now with this orange color symbolizes playfulness, flamboyance, and also spontaneity as a whole. So when you wear this watch, you realize that not only it enhances the creativity of the watchmaker, but it also seeks attention of the onlooker. Even if I just simply partially strap it on like that, I realize that the person who's sitting next to me or sitting across of me would immediately look at what I am wearing. And that is the main part, as I mentioned about an interesting dial of the watch. Now, not only the orange, but the way it's paired with grey, this grey balances out the orange, the playfulness inside of it. Because this grey is a subtle color, and it's an amazing combination. When it comes to time telling, this watch has a distinctive style of time telling. I would not go for a professional acronym for the dial, but मैं ये ज़रूर कहूँगा कि ये बहुत ही captivating है. ये जो dial है, it's something that is rarely seen, and as I mentioned, this company, this expertise, what they've done is they've actually brought Indian history on your watch, on your wrist. Now, at the center of the watch, on the center of the case, what I would call as the heart of the case, there is a brand logo. Now, this defines the emblematic approach of JWC, that is Jaipur Watch Company, across their collection, King's Wristwear. Now, let's look at the wearability factor. So now, 42 hours, in fact, not 42 hours, 72 hours, I had this watch in close observation, and I paired it with different outfits. I even had the chance to take it to different environments, as I would call it. And the most interesting part is, not only did it sit well with most of my outfits, but as I wore it, this strap was so comfortable कि मुझे लगा ही नहीं that I'm wearing a 43 mm की watch. अब ideally 43 mm की watch is for people who have big wrists. So mine is 7.25 mm of wrist size, and I would not recommend this watch to people who have got small or medium wrists. But when it comes to the lug, it's been made in such a way that it can also accommodate medium-sized wrists. And honest experience with this watch has been fantastic. Now, this watch does sit beautifully, but this watch also has a story behind it. So, as I've mentioned before, when you wear a watch, there should be a story you should have with the watch, and there should be a story the watchmaker has behind the watch. I recommend this watch with bespoke shirts. If you're pairing it with formal clothes, I recommend bespoke shirts. Reason being, the space behind your cuff and obviously the watch, it should be in sync. Moreover, with casual outfits, as you can see, I've paired it with a jacket. Oh, this is looking brilliant. Now, I would call on some feedback for the watchmaker. I mean, this watch has been amazing otherwise. But I would feel that this watch can do better, and maybe will be better if only we have some sort of loom to the dial. Because during daytimes, this watch is fabulous. During night times, if I am going for a movie, maybe while wearing this watch, because it's such an interesting color combo, I would love to go on some casual outings with this watch. If only we could have loom on their sliced out parts, as where we have the main content of time telling, it would be better. Apart from this, the strap. Now the strap, as I try to take it off and wear it on again and again, I feel the thickness of the strap could really be worked upon. Apart from that, the readability and legibility, one has to get used to it, because as you can see, it's a very peculiar way of looking at time. I mean, you need to get habituated to be looking at time in such a way. But keeping everything aside, I would say everybody should experience it once, and मेरे हिसाब से I heartily recommend this watch to everybody.